Hey there, not really sure who's listening, but anyhow, if you're here, then you're looking to go to art school or just whatever reason you're deciding to look at this. Anyhow, at the time of filming this video, I was on an artist residency with a fellow recent graduate. I had drove us 8 hours to get there. The painting that I'm working on took several days, roughly over 100 hours of planning, waiting, painting, and working. And then finally, I'll just get to why you're really here. So, if you're looking to pursue or go to art school for a degree in art, then I'm going to tell you what I've learned from my experience while pursuing a degree for art with three main reasons. The three main things that you should think about when going to art school, which is number one, why you should go, number two, why you shouldn't go, three, the things you should know. So, okay, let's get to it. Number one, from my experience, the number one reason to go is if you have a love and desire to perfect your craft. Meaning, if you do not actually care to produce art or you do not care to have criticism and harsh critiques on how you can do better and to make those different connections to do art every day to for the rest of your life to pursue a career in this that can sometimes be humbling or if it's all about money and not necessarily about your love and care and appreciation for it, I highly recommend that you do not go because you will be miserable and waste so much money. Two, it could be a fun place that's helpful for personal development and possible career opportunities. So, as I was saying about critique and really wanting to create art, basically, for me, it gave me an opportunity to get away and to really expand upon myself and understand different mediums and the things that I learned that I like to work in. So, for example, I learned that I'm an oil painter, that I always knew that I liked pencil drawing. I've always drawn in pencil and pen for as long as I can remember. I really got into digital art. I learned the graphic design side of it. I learned about animation, which I will actually be going back to school for, is animation. But overall, I learned so much in the artistic community from my teachers and my peers that I encountered there. And the other thing that I did learn from based on the school that I went to, I had a very supportive community of friends and just social environment. It was really fun to get away from my hometown. It was really fun to get away from my hometown to enjoy working with other artists and other people and just coming together based on different experiences that those people I continue to talk to even till this day. So that's number two. It's very good for personal development. And then the second part of that would be career and experience opportunities. So while attending school for art, I didn't go to art school, but I attended school for art. While attending school for art, I got several different opportunities, a lot of different commission based projects through the school thanks to my teachers, and I also got to build a portfolio that I got to show to other people's where I got to show them to get my work commissioned more often. And I also got this opportunity for the residency thanks to a teacher from the school that I went to. So it definitely has been helpful. I'm not quite sure how helpful it would be down the road, but so far I could say from my own personal experiences that within the 3.5 years that I went to school, graduating with high honors and just really applying myself, I will say that it has definitely been very beneficial and not a lot of that gets there, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that a little later. Number three, I'll say the most important things of why you should go will be the opportunities to get, the community that you'll develop, the unity in your department of in your field department and the teachers that will be around you. You'll find unity in your work and your craft, so you'll have skill development. You'll develop your skill a lot more. You'll get great criticism in a good way to help you understand what you're lacking in, where you can improve, because the people that are teaching you should have lots of knowledge in the field that you are learning to develop. So by learning from them, you get to learn where you're lacking and where you can improve. And by dealing with these people, they give you different opportunities, because I always say you should talk to everyone, be nice to everyone, because you never know who you're meeting and how they'll be beneficial to you or you'll be beneficial to them down the road. Everything happens for a reason. That's my biggest belief. And the last thing is accountability. By going to art school or going to school for art, you have to put yourself on a regimen to make deadlines, to create art. I can't tell you how many different times where I've been up till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, no sleep, 2 to 3 days getting in a row, getting several projects done for my art classes. But because I didn't go to specifically just a art school, we did have general elective classes. Doing work for those classes too was so much headache, and then other curricular activities that I was doing that were associated with the school. Oh yeah, it teaches you to have lots and lots of discipline, and that is one thing I definitely really appreciated about going to school for art. So I will say it will definitely teach you to have discipline. Now, we're going to get into the next part where it's why you shouldn't go. Number one and foremost, school is not for everybody. It gets expensive real quick. I mean, real quick. My degree in total, since I graduated a little bit early and I came in with credits in high school, it was like 68, 75, between 68, $75,000 just in tuition and fees alone, not including the supplies, the housing, the food, and all that other stuff that I had to buy. That's not factored into what the school costed me alone. Yes, school is not for everybody. It gets expensive real quick. So number two, if you have no desire to create every day without being told to, you really shouldn't go, because at the end of the day, you're just wasting money. It's no point in you being there. Number three, if you feel like that you're not learning anything or you're not actually getting any beneficial opportunities from your experience, why are you there? If you are watering a dead plant that does not care to be grown, why are you still watering it? That's my motto behind that. So those are just real basic, simple ones. Don't go if you're not trying to go into debt and you just gonna waste your time. It's no point in going. If you're not gonna create, if you don't plan on creating even after you get the degree, there's no point in going. If you don't like creating every day, there's no point in going. You're just wasting your time. You're truly wasting your time. You are truly wasting your time. And then here are things that I learned over time that I thought you should know. So, while being in college and after graduation, the first and foremost thing that I've learned is that just because it's a known school doesn't mean it's the best option for you. So, just because the school is accredited and it's well known for artists and stuff does not mean it's going to be the right environment for you. Sometimes those class sizes or the people there, it's just not really as supportive or the thing that you need. It doesn't work for you. Like, it just doesn't click. It makes some ugly colors, it's just not working out, and that's okay. It's plenty of different opportunities. One would be like going to an HBCU. Personally, that's what I did. It was a lot more affordable for me. I had my counselor convince me to do it when I was in high school. She explained to me that it's a more close-knitted environment. She thought that I would strive there better because from her own personal experience from a PWI to a historically black college, she felt as though because the class sizes were smaller, it was a little more family oriented. You didn't just feel like a number in a room. And personally, I can agree to that. I definitely appreciated that aspect about the school that I went to. It was a family environment. It was a family environment. I really liked that school. I just did not like financial aid. Financial aid play their games. But overall, I really did appreciate picking that school because it was affordable to me. It blessed me with different opportunities. I was definitely very more outspoken, outgoing. I definitely talked about the things I wanted and didn't want in life with my teachers, and they also helped develop my craft and teach me and really watered my water my plants internally to grow as an artist, to challenge me, to give me different opportunities, to still give me opportunities even after graduating. I definitely appreciate the connections and things that I made. So I will say, just think about the school you're going to, visit it, see the environment, talk to some of the teachers, talk to some previous students if you can. It really helps you just get an idea of, is this the best place you should go? Number two, with everything that I just said, talking about school and stuff, you really have to apply yourself to understand if that school is for you, and you have to apply yourself to actually get anything out of it. Just going to school does not guarantee you a career. It does not guarantee you skill development. You have to apply yourself. You have to work hard in your art, not just because someone's telling you to, but because you want to improve on your skill. It's been too many different occasions where I've seen some other students not really applying themselves and get upset when they're not seeing any improvement or think that they're not a good artist. No, that is not the case. You're just not applying yourself. It comes with patience. I've been drawing for over 13 plus years, and it comes with patience. I can't compare myself to anyone else. I have to compare myself to the person that I was the day before to now, and then the years behind to how I'm improving. It's definitely a learning process. Like, you have to have discipline. You really have to apply yourself to want it, to go after it. And that's just one thing I will definitely say you have to keep in mind. Three, you can still have fun. So I know creating art takes a long time. For example, with this painting that I was working on, took several days. I was just inside. I went out a couple times, but I was inside working on this painting over and over. And yeah, it took up a lot of time, but you can still have fun. You can have a social life. You just really have to schedule. You just have to schedule. You just plan and do your activities accordingly. Shoot, 4, you better network and socialize as much as you can, because just because you got a degree does not mean you're going to get a job. It's all about connections and the people you know, and getting your art out there and getting it exposed. So that also ties into my one of my last reasons about exposure, getting yourself out there, really showing off your art long before you graduate, because it's better to get started getting commissions. It's better to start trying to get commissions and stuff while you're still in school. Don't wait until your skill is, in quotation marks, perfect, because there's no such thing as a perfect skill. Your art is your art. Someone's gonna like it. Someone's gonna like it. That's all I gotta say. Someone's gonna like it. So you really have to apply yourself and just go after it. Just go after it. Take risks. Take opportunities. It's definitely good to get experience under your belt before you graduate, because once you graduate, you do not have that same discipline or time that you may have had when you were in school. You might have to get a job. It's just a lot of things that go on after school. School gives you time allotted to just working on your craft. So you might as well use that to the best of your advantage, and that's my personal take on that. 5, one thing I realized is that you might actually have to go back to school after you're finished, depending on what you do, depending on if you want to get into a teaching profession, or you want to go into game design, or the degree that you got was good, but you also want to go back and learn a little more. So, for example, I got my degree in fine art with a concentration of illustration, but I really want to go back for animation, because after taking a series of classes, I learned that I don't just want to just tell frames of stories in one picture or in a booklet. I really wanted to make it come to life on a visual repetitive screen. So frame by frame, I really wanted to work with a team of people. I really wanted to learn more about that skill. I really wanted to enhance my skill on that. So that is why I'm going back to school. That's just one thing you have to keep in mind. 6, although school is expensive to go for, there are plenty of scholarship opportunities and career opportunities and experience building opportunities. So you can get academic scholarships, you can get athletic scholarships, you can get minority scholarships, you can get like scholarships for having children. You can get scholarships for being left-handed. You can get scholarships for different organizations you join. You can get scholarships for being from a certain neighborhood or community. It's plenty of different scholarships. You just actually have to look for it. They even have institution scholarships. You really just want to pay attention to those things. That also goes back into my number one reason. Pay attention to where you're going. You need to pay attention to where you're going and understand that not everywhere works for you. You gotta play it to your advantage. 7, just like I said, just start selling and advertising yourself before you graduate. So that's it. And alrighty, thank you for watching and listening to me rant about my experience and understanding about going to school for art. If you like this content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this and artist tips. You can follow me and check me out on TikTok, Instagram. The names are listed directly below. In the description below, I included the medium that I'm using. So it's oil on canvas and gold leafing, and the type of paint I'm using is Winston, and for the little bit of acrylic that I use, just some basic Walmart paint, you know. With my brushes, I can't really give you any exact name for the brushes because they're from all over. Anyhow, I really don't know where to go from here. I might take the time to explain what my painting's about on my Instagram, so if you really want to keep up and actually understand what my painting's about and the type of art that I create, I'm a Black illustrator. I really like to create a lot of Black art, just experiencing the Black experience in America. For me personally, I just really like to showcase our glory, our beauty. So that's what a lot of my art is dictated on. It really focuses around that, and I'll definitely start uploading a lot more of that. But anyhow, once again, see you guys later. Sorry for ranting. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like this content, or you just like to support me, you know, if you know me. Anyhow, see you later. Just check it out.